All right, welcome to Omaha. Third and final game of the friendlies this weekend. About 20 seconds remaining on the warm-up clock, and we'll get underway. KC in the black sweaters again, playing against the other team in the same club, Omaha Mavs red team. They'll be in the white sweaters today here on the left end. 1-1 yesterday against Omaha Black, playing against the Omaha Mavs red today. We're on a rink that's attached to Baxter Arena. Baxter is where University of Omaha collegiate team plays. We were there last night with the boys, watched the college team. They won 3-1 against Western Michigan. And then there's a side rink attached to that same facility where the youth hockey clubs play. That's where we are this morning. A little bit of a glare coming through the windows there. Neat facility, just kind of a tough glare on the camera, so we'll hopefully be able to see back home. I'm looking through it on the iPad. Looks like it's okay, but definitely a little bright here on the right end. And it looks like Eager will get the start. I'm sure they'll rotate, split some time there, but Eager will start the net for Kansas City. Weiser and Barron are your defenders. Vogt and Allender on the wing. Smith will take the face-off. And we're underway here in the first. Omaha controls the face-off. They play back to the right D, looking for a long outlet pass, but jumped by Landon Weisner immediately into the zone. Pass over to Vogt, give and go. Looking for a little backdoor play right there, but just out of the reach for Allender. Good puck movement there. Kansas City will reset, though, after a clearing attempt by Omaha. Sauce pass up from Allender over to Smith, trying to get through some traffic. Smith will dump that in and head back to the bench for the first line change. Argadine and JC on the ice for KC, trying to keep the play alive. A little confusing for some of the kids here, and even me announcing this. There's some curling lines here. They use this facility for curling as well. You'll see extra circles down the ice, but there's also another line just inside the blue line.
Reset.
Barron retreating to his own zone, trying to shake a forward here. Plays it up to Howard. Howard trying to do a touch pass over to Hargadine, but just a little too far to reach for Hargadine. Howard regroups, center ice, gets through some traffic, but a poke check by Omaha, and they'll dump it into KC zone. Right on the tape, though, for Barron. Barron sends it up the boards and back into the neutral zone. Omaha resets, playing back inside their own zone. They flip it up down into the KC zone. Hill and Powell chasing after it. Omaha regroups, trying to play it back to left D. They'll throw it back down low behind the net. A little back and forth behind the Kansas City net, trying to get it back to the D for a shot, but picked off by Howard. Howard's up the left side, across the blue line, into the offensive zone, looking for a centering pass. It slides all the way into the crease. Didn't really get a shot off, trying to get a pass, and just kept trickling all the way to the crease. Omaha goalie just covers it up. We'll get a face-off. Just outside the Omaha net. Johnson to take the face-off. Weiser and Miners are your forwards. Powell and Hill back on D. Omaha wins the draw. But Weiser jumps through the traffic, picks up a loose puck. They'll play it back down low for Myers. Myers evades some traffic, drops it back over for Weisner. Weisner trying to find some space, back to Myers. He'll let it go to the point for Powell. Slap shot for Powell on target, loose puck right in front. Johnson trying to tuck the rebound in. It goes wide behind the net. Wraparound attempt by Weisner. And he gets it in. Weisner with the wraparound. A lot of good pressure by Kansas City there. Good slap shot from Powell. First shot on net from the point. And then several rebounds after that. Eventually put in by Logan Weisner. KC goes up 1-0, just under 10 minutes remaining in the first period. Omaha controls the face-off, try to dump it in, gets jammed up on some traffic there with the referee and Johnson on the far boards. Loose puck dug out by Barron. Barron streaking through some traffic over the blue line. He's got Weiser on the outside. A poke check by Omaha sends the puck over in the corner. Weiser chasing after it. Myers and Barron trying to keep the play alive here on the near side. Omaha breaks it out, though. They're across the blue line through the neutral zone. McClin is the only man back. For KC, Johnson back checking. Johnson will pick up the loose puck. He'll circle behind Eager. Lost a handle momentarily, but it ends up on the tape of Barron. Barron looking for an outlet pass. He decides to push it up the left side. Barron over the blue line, into the Omaha zone. Slide it all the way around. Trying to find a man on the point, but it's poke checked away by Omaha. And they'll clear the zone. They got a little bit of a break here. Puck trickles up to the right side, but Bakta fresh off the bench. He'll pick up that puck and circle behind Eager. KC will reset. Bakta looking for Brown, just out of his reach, though. Omaha will send it right back into the Kansas City zone. Phillips fresh off the bench, looking for Bakta. He plays it up the left side. Phillips over to Bakta. Loose puck gets chipped around a couple times by Omaha, and they rush the other direction. Brown back checking. Weiser and Phillips on D. Poke check by Weiser sends the puck into the far corner. Phillips in the crease. He'll peel off and take the man. Outlet, or a pass, I should say, out to the far corner, but off target for Omaha. Smith forechecking. The puck trickles all the way back down to the Omaha zone. Bakta, Smith, Brown in the far corner. Weiser and Phillips set up on the blue line. Eventually dug out by Smith. Smith brings it back to Phillips. Phillips touch pass over to Weisner. Weisner with the shot goes wide right, got tipped. Smith loses an edge behind the net. Regains his footing. Bakta there in support. Bakta comes away with it. Bakta trying a backhand shot, goes off the goalie's pad, right through the crease. Omaha bangs it off the boards and resets. Phillips collects the puck at center ice. He plays it over to Weisner. Weisner chips it ahead for Allender. Allender trying to get around some traffic on the blue line. He enters the zone. With a poke check by Omaha, they disrupt the rush. JC and Hargadine off the bench. Weisner looking for Hargadine. Actually looking for Allender there on the left side, but just out of his reach. Puck goes all the way to the other end for an icing call. Brings the faceoff back down to the Kansas City zone. Hill and Powell on D, Hargadine, JC, and Allender are your forwards. Puck eventually trickles out. Omaha comes away with it, looking for a centering pass, but goes all the way through the crease where Allender's there. Allender picks up the puck and sends it behind Eager, over for JC. JC chips it ahead to Hargadine. He tries to touch it around some traffic. He does, but a back-checking forward for Omaha picks up the loose puck. Hargadine stays on him, though. Comes away with it momentarily. Poked back away by Omaha, though. They rush the other direction. Hill and Powell back on D. Back-checking is Allender. Shot gets poke-checked and goes wide right. Omaha will try to dig it out of the corner. A little back and forth with two forwards down in the corner. Hill and Hargadine there for Kansas City. Allender sends it around, looking for Powell. Powell trying to get around some traffic. He plays it off the boards around one defender. Powell streaking through the neutral zone. He's over the red line. Can't get through that last bit of traffic, and Omaha digs it out. They come the other direction. Chip it in the Kansas City zone. Sent out momentarily by Allender, but chipped back in. Now KC regroups. Allender gets just over the red line and dumps it in, trying to get a line change. Puck comes to the neutral zone where McClin picks it up, sends it back to Barron. KC trying to clear it out, but kept in by Omaha. Back and forth through the neutral zone. Howard comes away with it, but he gets tripped up. We'll get a penalty here on Omaha as Howard goes down. It's like he's holding his arm or shoulder possibly. He went down hard. Got tripped up right at the blue line. The Mavs player collided with him, swept his feet out from under him, and have to watch the replay. But it looked like he might have went down hard on his shoulder.
On the shoulder. Yeah.
Good to see Howard back on his feet, kind of favoring that shoulder, but he's able to skate off, which is great news. Omaha sends number 65 to the box on the penalty. KC goes on the power play. Johnson, Smith, and Allender will be your forwards. Barron and Weisner on defense. KC wins the face-off. They play it over to Johnson. Johnson tries to set something up. Comes back to Barron on the point. Barron comes down, top of the face-off circle. Shot goes off of the shin guard, but stays in the zone. Allender plays it over to Weisner. Weisner down to the right face-off circle. Another shot turned away by the Omaha goalie. Allender plays it back to the point for Barron. Barron's got some space. He'll come down with a quick wrist shot, trying to get a puck's on net. Just get a rebound. It's kicked aside by the Omaha defense. Smith comes away with it, looking for some room to operate, trying to play it all the way to the far side to Weisner, but it's poke checked away by Omaha. Puck eventually clears the zone. Kansas City will reset. Weisner trying to dump it in, but Johnson hadn't quite gotten back on sides yet, so we get a stoppage in play here. Offsides call on Kansas City. Howard back on the ice. Shoulder appears okay. Howard, Hargadine, and JC are your forwards.
Reach line to answer if you have to. Go under, go.
Omaha wins the face-off. Good forecheck pressure by JC and Hargadine, trying to keep something alive there. Eventually trickles back to the neutral zone. Weisner taps it over to Barron. Barron trying to get through some traffic. He's over the blue line. Gets through, splits the defense. He's right in front. Shot, right leg pad save. Barron went wide left. Goalie had the right leg pad out there. Clearing attempt by Omaha. Can't come away with it. Hargadine picks up the loose puck and goes bar down behind the goalie. Had him all spread down in the crease. Opened up the whole top half of the net, and Hargadine beats him just under the crossbar. Power play goal for Hargadine. Puts Kansas City up 2-0. Brown picks up the loose puck after the face-off. Taps it over to Bakta. Bakta streaking through. Trying to play it over to Weiser. Just a little bit too late. Right behind Weiser, but a good move there. Trying to play it to the back door. Omaha rushing right in the other direction. Shot right on target. Saved by Eager. And he'll hang on to that one. We'll get a face-off here in the far corner of the rink, just to the Eager's right. They have a shot tracker on the scoreboard, but they don't appear to be tracking it. That seems to be one of the first couple shots on target for Omaha. Quick face-off win by Omaha, and another quick shot. Rebound shot as well, and eventually kicked aside by the Kansas City defense. Dangerous spot there as that puck just sat in the blue crease for a while. Eventually cleared out by Kansas City's defense. Omaha sends it right back in, but across both red lines, that'll be an icing call. That'll bring the face-off back down in the Omaha zone. Just under 5 minutes remaining in this first period. Bakta will take the face-off with Brown and Weiser on the wings. Omaha wins it. They'll play it behind their own net, trying to slide it around and break it out of the zone, but Weiser gets there first. Weiser trying to play something down low. Bakta here in support as well. Two Omaha players along there, Bakta and Weiser. Hill pinches down to try to keep the play alive, but eventually it trickles out of the zone and Kansas City reset. Powell plays it back to Brown. Everyone's onside. Just barely in the zone, and it got poke checked away. We'll do this again with another icing by Omaha. Bring it right back down to Kansas City zone. 4.5 minutes or so remaining in this first period. KC up 2-0. Picked up a loose puck and cleared the zone, or Phillips is back. Phillips picks up the loose puck, trying to get through some traffic. He sauces it over to Weisner. Good backhand pass over to Weisner, who plays it off the boards around one defender. They chipped it right back in, but Phillips plays it right back to Myers. Myers with a good play on the left side to get through some traffic and push it all the way into the Omaha zone. Chipped back out, though, by Omaha, and it comes back to Phillips. Phillips looking for a cross-ice pass for Johnson. Good look from Phillips to Johnson just over the blue line. He's got Myers. Myers around the goalie, quick shot, left leg pad save. Good puck movement from Johnson to Myers. Phillips to Johnson to Myers. Good look there. Goalie stoned him on the left side. Left leg pad save on the right side of the net, I should say. Puck trickles behind the Kansas City net. Phillips will pick it up. Outlet pass, trying to get it over to Smith, but it's picked off by an Omaha player. Centering attempt, Smith and Phillips back there to disrupt that. The puck trickles all the way back to the blue line. Omaha player trying to get a shot at the blue line, but he loses an edge. Myers is there with Johnson as well. They clear the zone. A little bit of back and forth, some sloppy play here on both sides. Puck trickles across the blue line for an offsides. No real clear possession there. A lot of back and forth and players losing edges. Eventually created an offside situation. We'll start it over here. Phillips and Weisner on D. Hargadine take the face off with Allender and JC. Omaha pushes through some traffic into the Kansas City zone, but Weisner picks his pocket. They head the other direction. Weisner trying to sauce it over to Hargadine. Hargadine pulls up in the slot, trying to get a shot, but it's picked off by Omaha. They'll rush the other direction. Omaha coming up the right side. Phillips is back with Allender and JC. Omaha dumps it in and circles behind Eager. JC trying to tap it ahead to Allender, but it's cut off by the Omaha winger. Hargadine digs it out behind his own net. He gets tied up with an Omaha player. Centering pass attempt from Omaha, picked off by Allender right above the slot. JC and Allender head the other direction with Hargadine in tow. JC pulls up in the corner. KC with the defensive line change, McClellan and Barron back on D. Hargadine thinking about trying to get it back to the point. He'll circle around and play it back down low to Allender. Allender trying to get through some traffic, bring it up to the crease, but poke checked away by Omaha. It comes back to the point. McClellan keeps it alive. McClellan touches it back down to Allender. Allender looking for a pass over to Hargadine. Shot, bouncer, goes over the net. Good puck movement from Allender to Hargadine. The save by the Omaha goalie. Chipped it up and over the net. Hargadine comes away with it. trying to create some space and get a pass. Being pestered by a couple Omaha defenders in the near corner. Omaha eventually digs it out and shoots it around behind their own net, trying to clear it out. Barron lost an edge at the last second, but Omaha cleared it. But we'll get an icing call as that went across both red lines. Brings the face-off back down to the Omaha zone with about 90 seconds remaining in this first frame. Omaha controls the face-off. They'll circle behind their own net and play it up the boards, but cut off by Wiseman. Wiseman trying to get through some traffic and play it down to Bakta, but poke check by Omaha, and they clear the zone. Foul back on D. Good job to use his body positioning to prevent a little breakaway there. He was the only man back. Good job to fight through that and chip it back up the boards. Wiseman comes away with it. He'll chip it down low, looking for Howard and Bakta, who are streaking ahead into the zone. Puck comes back to the blue line. Hill regroups, plays it across the blue line to Powell, but they'll have to reset as the puck trickles outside the zone. Powell all the way across the ice looking for Weisner. Weisner gets around some traffic, plays it ahead. He's got Howard. Howard and Bakta across the blue line. Clearing attempt gets kept in by Howard. Streaking on is Smith. Smith with good pressure to keep the play alive low in the zone. He'll circle behind the Omaha net, trying to set up something. Play it back on the point perhaps. Trying to slide it over the slot. Howard picks up the loose puck. Loose puck comes back to Hill, who comes in for a shot. Turned away momentarily. Smith comes away with it. He played it over to Powell. Powell dumps it back down low. He's got Howard behind the net. Howard circling around, looking for a centering pass. Turns, fires it on net. Loose puck right in front. Smith thought about it, but tough angle. Plays right back to Howard. Howard with the second shot. Turned aside by the Omaha defense. Howard plays it back to the point. Back down low to Howard. Backdoor shot for Brown. Good one-time attempt there. Howard over to Brown. Shot it just wide. And that'll do it for the first period. KC with a lot of action down there in the offensive zone to finish up the period. A lot of give and goes. Good one-timer, good puck movement. Score remains 2-0 though after that last flurry. We'll head into the second period. The 2-goal lead for Kansas City. Good start to this contest. Keep an eye on the Kansas City net. I imagine at some point Eager and Stutzer will swap out for this final game. Eager heads back to the crease to start the second period. Goalies are ready. Referees and scorekeepers are ready. Second period about to get underway. KC controls it. Quick face-off win back to Barron, who immediately jumps through the traffic, gets around. Face-off circle right in the crease in front, and he scores. Quick goal by Barron. Kansas City wins the face-off backwards to Barron, and he jumped right through all the traffic. Wide right around the defense. Got the goalie to commit early. He went around the far side, tucked it in. KC with a quick strike, 11 seconds into this second period. KC again controls the face-off. Allender dumps it in the zone. Turned out momentarily by Omaha, but KC off to reset, trying to stay on sides. McLean plays it back to Barron. Barron on the right side. He'll backhand it in, just trying to get a little bouncer on target. Goalie decides to hang on to that one. I forgot to start the clock in the arena here, so we got 10, 12 minutes of free hockey here. Reset my clock here. There we go. AC wins it back to Barron. Another quick snapshot, loose puck in front. Backhand attempt. Bachter trying to put in the rebound, but it's kicked aside by the Omaha defense. Good shot by Barron. Rebound came over to Bachter on the far side. Stuffed by the goalie, and then the defense cleared it out. Omaha keeps it alive in the KC zone, trying to set something up. A lot of pressure by Kansas City, though. A couple poke checks by Bachter, and they send the puck out of the zone. Omaha resets at center ice. They'll dump it right back in. Barron will chase after that behind Eager. Barron up the left side, takes a weird bounce off the glass just to hit one of the connecting pieces and bounce right back down. Allender now plays it off the glass. Can't quite get it out of the zone, though. It's kept in the blue line by Omaha, but then eventually chipped out by Smith. Omaha will circle behind their own net.
Read it.
Argadine, Allender, and JC on the ice. KC. Poke check by McLean disrupts the Omaha rush. JC comes away with it. He'll tap it over to Hargadine. Hargadine trying to settle it. Lost the handle momentarily. Barron plays a long cross-ice pass to Howard. Good pass through all the traffic on the far side. Howard streaking into the crease, trying to get a backhand shot. Poked away by the defense. And they'll get a stoppage in play as Howard went in hard to the net. Took it off the pegs. Get a stoppage in play here with 10.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Phillips and Meisner back on D. Argadine takes the face-off. Howard comes away with the loose puck. Skates it in the far corner, looking for a centering pass. It got knocked down in front by an Omaha player. I think the puck's on the back of the net. They're going to blow it dead. Referee lost sight of the puck. He blows the play dead and will reset it outside the zone. KC wins the face-off back to Phillips. Phillips plays it over to Howard. Howard trying to get a shot. Poke check, though. Doesn't get much heat on it. Trickles into the corner. Omaha trying to play it out. It comes all the way back to Weisner at the point. Weisner chips it back down low to JC in the corner. Poke checks by Hargadine and JC trying to keep the play alive on the near corner here. Clearing attempt doesn't quite get out. Hargadine comes away with it on the face-off dot. Trying to get a backhand shot right in front, looking for Howard for a rebound. Puck trickles back to Phillips. Phillips sets up, looking for a shot. It's an Omaha defender. Loose puck, though, picked up by Hargadine. Hargadine will circle around on the far side. He gets tripped up. As soon as Omaha touches it up, it'll get a stoppage of play here, get a delayed penalty. JC picks up the puck behind the Omaha net. JC circling around, eventually touched up by Omaha. We get a stoppage in play here. KC will go on the power play.
Set it up. Set it up.
Tripping penalty on, can't quite see the number, might be 99 for Omaha. KC goes on the power play. Barron and Weisner back on defense. Weisner, Johnson, and Myers are your forwards. Myers behind the net, trying to set something up, turns around, plays it back down low to Weisner. Weisner waiting for an opening, plays it back to Myers behind the net. Myers looking right in front in the crease. Great pass to Johnson in the front. Myers with a great look to Johnson. Good one-timer attempt. But the goalie stopped it. Barron picks up the loose puck, splits the defense. He'll tap it into the corner to Weisner. Weisner hits the brakes. He'll play it back to Barron. Shot from face-off circle, gets through. Might have been a tip by Johnson, but a shot from Barron gets through the traffic. That puts Kansas City up 4-0 on the power play goal. Have to watch the replay and double check. I think Johnson may have tipped it. It's a tough angle shot from the top of the face-off circle by Barron. It sounded like a stick got on it, redirected, went 5-hole through the Omaha goalie. KC controls the face-off. They'll play it back to Hill, but he'll have to retreat to get it. Trying to play it up the boards for Allender or Smith. Kept in by Omaha on the far side. Smith taps it around some traffic. Can't quite get through. Ends up on an Omaha stick right into the slot, but a good poke check by Hill disrupts that one. Powell picks up the loose puck in his own zone, trying to skate across the blue line through some traffic. Poke check by Omaha, and he'll tap it ahead to Allender. Allender enters the zone, looking for a little sauce pass over to Brown, but poked away by Omaha at the last second. Smith corrals the loose puck, plays it back to Hill on the point. Hill dumps it down low. It'll circle behind the Omaha net. Brown chasing after it. Brown trying to chip it around some traffic, but Omaha comes away with it. They'll skate it up the left side. Omaha pushes it through the neutral zone. Good back check by Smith, though. He disrupts that rush. They're going to get Smith for a penalty there, an interference or a trip. As he came back to back check, disrupted the play, and then took out the Omaha player. So KC goes on the penalty kill. Omaha wins the face-off. Play it back to the right side. Trying to chip it down low, but picked up by McClin. McClin skates it up the right side. They'll just dump it out of the zone. Got a delayed icing call, but they wave it off as the puck settled down before the red line. McClin pinching down low. Bachter rolls back to D. Omaha eventually skates it out. Number 99, fresh out of the penalty box for Omaha. He'll play it over to the left side. Shot turned away by Eager. Bachter trying to chip it out of the zone. It taps it over to McClin. McClin around the blue line. He does clear the zone. Picked up by Omaha. Dumps it right back in. Barron chases after that. Picks it up behind Eager. Plays it off the glass. They wave it off. Tipped by an Omaha player. No icing. JC chasing after it. JC would be the first one there. Oh, they do call the icing. One referee waved it off. One called it. It's the louder whistle prevailed, and they get a stoppage in play. 41 seconds remaining on the penalty to Smith. 7 minutes remaining in the second period. Argadine wins the face-off. Over to McClin, who chipped it up the boards, but kept in by Omaha at the point. Omaha player loses an edge in the far corner, and McClin will come away with it. McClin plays it up to Argadine. Argadine touches it, but still on this side of the red line. So that'll result in another icing call. We'll do this again. Again, Hargadine wins the face-off over to McClin. He touches it back to Hargadine, who slides it around behind the net. Omaha keeps it in, though, at the point. They'll play it back down low. Barron is there. Barron bodies up his man, comes away with the puck. He's got Howard ahead of him. He chips it ahead to Howard. Howard brings it up the right side. Backhand pass, looking to sauce it over to Hargadine. Trying to poke it through some traffic there. Had a little shot for a break. Good job by Omaha to stop the rush. Hargadine back checks, picks up a loose puck, turns the other direction. He's got Howard streaking. Hargadine pulls back to the slot. Poke checked away, though. Johnson comes away with it. Hargadine spins around. He'll play it back to Barron on the point. Shot from Barron, tipped, goes high up into the net. We get a stoppage in play here with 6:08 remaining. Smith out of the box. Players 5-on-5. Full strength for Kansas City. Clock is running. I'll let mine square up to that same time the arena has. They're just under 6 minutes now. Kansas City has swapped goalies. Stutzer in net for Kansas City. Loose puck, no clear possession after the face-off. Johnson eventually digs up the loose puck, trying to tap it ahead to Myers. Myers and Johnson in the corner in a little battle. Myers chips it back. trying to find Allender. Comes back to the slot momentarily, but Omaha digs it out. They'll play it up the right side, through the neutral zone. They'll tap it ahead to 45, but just out of his reach, and Phillips is there. Phillips turns it back, trying to find Myers. Myers taps it ahead to Johnson. Johnson across the red line, trying to get past some of the traffic, but it's poke checked away by Omaha. They collect the puck, send it back through center ice. Phillips, quick pass over to Weisner. Weisner on the right side. He's over the blue line. Decide to go around the traffic momentarily. He'll play it down low. Johnson rolls back to the right D. Johnson picks up the puck. He'll go back down low, and Weisner rolls back to defense. Johnson circling behind the Omaha net, trying to find someone open. Looking for a centering pass. Nobody there, and it trickles through, picked up by Omaha. Omaha plays it to the neutral zone, but turned aside by Johnson. Outlet pass picked off by Allender at the blue line. Couple poke checks, and Allender with a nifty pass over to Johnson. Casey gets back on side. Allender plays it up to Johnson at the blue line. Johnson into the slot looking for a backhand shot. He turns around looking for Myers. Poke checked away before he could make the pass. Had Myers streaking through the slot. Johnson was trying to turn around and send it over to him, but it was poke checked away. Casey operating behind the Omaha net, trying to set something out. Comes back to the point. Phillips trying to keep it in at the point. Trickles past Phillips. Weisner back checking with a poke check. Good defensive play by Weisner. Puck trickles down low. Phillips digs it out of the corner. Phillips will play it up to Weisner. Logan Weisner, that is. He'll play it around. His brother Landon Weisner trickles just past him, and Brown picks it up. Brown up the right side, pushing it through the neutral zone. He plays it all the way over to Logan Weisner, just over the blue line. Was Kansas City before the puck. Offsides call. Brings the face-off back here to center ice. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the second period. Smith wins it over to Logan Weisner. Weisner plays it back to Hill. Hill up the sideboards. Looking to give it back to Weisner, but disrupted by Omaha on the far side. Smith trying to fight through some traffic, but Omaha comes away with it. They get just outside the blue line and dump it in. 91 for Omaha, chasing after it. Trying a quick centering pass into the slot. Bouncing puck comes away to the top of the slot, and Brown digs it out, heads the other direction. Brown and Powell. Brown chips it ahead behind the net. Powell chasing after it. Powell circles behind the Omaha net. Poked away by Omaha, though. Puck trickles back to the point where Hill picks it up. Hill playing it back down low, looking for Weisner. Omaha tries to clear it out, but comes right back to Hill on the point. Couple attempts back and forth, eventually cleared out by Omaha. Powell will reset his own zone, trying to pass it all the way through the neutral zone. Ends up with Smith. Smith into the offensive zone. He'll dump it in the corner. Hill and Brown trying to set up something there, but Omaha disrupts the attempt. Comes back to the far side. JC's there on the far boards. Trying to keep it alive and chips over to Brown. Brown digs it out. Down to the slot. Gets through some traffic. Brown with a nifty move. Backhand shot. Save by the Omaha goalie. Rebound comes right in front. Smith trying to kick it in. Trying a little soccer play there as it came back to the top of the slot. Smith gave it a right foot attempt. Didn't go in. The goalie covered it up. Get a stoppage in play here with just over 2 minutes remaining in the second period.
Pretty slumpy. No.
Argadine takes face off. Wins it over the right side to JC. JC chips around the boards, looking for McLean on the far side. Clearing attempt by Omaha. They get it out the blue line into the neutral zone. Trying to play it forward, but turned aside by Barron right back to the red line. Omaha resets. They'll play it D to D on the left side. They dump it in, but Barron is there to receive that. He'll play it behind Stutzer. Over for McLean or Bakta, but kept in right there by Omaha. Omaha chips it up, trying to get out of the zone. Gloved down momentarily by Bakta. Barron comes away with it. Barron through some traffic. Barron has Hargadine and JC. 3-on-2 break for Kansas City. Hargadine heads to the net. Barron goes wide, trying to get it back to the crease. Goes off the boot of an Omaha player. Slap shot from Bakta high over the crossbar. Bakta rolled back to the left D while Barron was pinched down low. Hargadine comes away with it. He's down in the slot. He'll play it over to the left side to Barron. Quick shot turned aside by the Omaha goalie. Lands on the stick of a defender, and he'll clear it all the way down to the other end of the ice. We get a stoppage and play with 1:17. Good pressure by Kansas City. Omaha had all they could handle, and they just ice it, buy some time, and get a line change. Phillips and Weisner back on D. Howard will take the face-off. He's got Allender and Myers on the wing. KC wins the face-off. They play it back to Phillips. Phillips trying to get through some traffic, but it's knocked down by Omaha. Phillips trying to play it back into the offensive zone, but it goes off an Omaha player, hops into the bench. Get a stoppage in play as the puck left the ice. 1:08 remaining in the second period. Howard wins a face-off forward, chasing after it into the near corner. Omaha trying to clear it out, but Myers is there to knock it down momentarily. They eventually chip it out. A couple poke checks by Weiser and Allender trying to disrupt the rush. Allender sends it back to center ice. Good stick from Myers. Myers taps it over to Allender. Allender will take it across the blue line on the right side. Drop pass for Weisner. Weisner gets tied up with a couple Omaha players. Howard regroups. Howard at center ice. Turns, spins, heads back into the offensive zone. Comes away with it momentarily, but poke checked away by Omaha. They rush the other direction. They'll dump it back down. Phillips will chase after it. They wave off icing. Phillips corrals the puck. 20 seconds remaining in the period. Phillips trying to play it up the boards to Myers. He's got Allender there as well. Gets it around the traffic. Just out of the reach of Allender, though. Omaha picks up the puck. 10 seconds remaining in the period. Weisner and Phillips back on D. 2-on-2 break for Omaha, but the pass is intercepted by Weisner. 3 seconds remaining. Shot, bouncer right on target. Scooped up by the Omaha goalie, and that'll do it for the second period. A lot of good shots by Kansas City. They're not being tracked on the scoreboard. Definitely good offensive pressure for KC today. Found out yesterday, some of you were on the group chat for the group me thread with a lot of the parents on the team, but for those who didn't hear that, yesterday's win against the black team, which is a higher level team in this Omaha organization, the win by Kansas City snapped a 15-game winning streak for the Omaha Mavs black team. They had recently won 2 tournaments, one in Chicago, the CCM tournament our boys were at, also the tournament in Littleton, Colorado over Thanksgiving. Sprinkle in a few more friendlies, and Omaha had not lost in 15 games. It's a great win for Kansas City yesterday. 1-1 against the black team, and a win here today would put Kansas City 2-1 on the weekend. Final tune-up. Outside of regular practice time, this will be their final tune-up before heading up to Minneapolis, December 16, 17, and 18. Stutzer in net for Kansas City to finish the game. KC takes a 4-0 lead into this final frame. Johnson to take the face-off. Weisner and Brown are your wingers. Omaha dumps it in. The puck settles just outside the crease when McClin digs it out. McClin taps it ahead to Brown, but a couple of poke checks disrupts that. McClin corrals a loose puck, though, and he'll rush to the neutral zone. McClin and Weisner just get a poke check at the last second, but it comes over to the stick of Weisner. Weisner will circle behind the Omaha net, trying to find an open man. Weisner playing back down low, looking for Brown, but Brown gets tied up in the slot by an Omaha defender.
Own it!
Omaha digs it out. They streak up the right side, pushing through the neutral zone. 99 for Omaha, down to the face-off circle. Barron comes over, gives a check into the Omaha player. It goes down hard. He has not gotten up yet. Now they blow it dead. Omaha player's down hard. He took a check from Barron as Barron was streaking back. Collided with the player. He lost an edge, went hard into the boards. Omaha coach going to attend to him. He's moving around, but appears to be in some pain. It's like he's getting up to his knees now. Good sign. And then he's going to be able to skate it off. He's a big kid, one of the bigger kids on the Omaha team, and went down and went in hard to the board. So just a big collision there with Barron. Lost an edge, went hard into the board, shook him up, but he appears to be okay. He skated off. Phillips and Weiser on D. Hargadine to take the face off with Howard and JC. JC wins the face off. JC picks it up, streaks over the blue line on the right side. JC pushes into the far corner, trying to get something into the crease. It's kicked out though. Comes back to Weisner. Weisner fans on it, trying to get it down low, but a good stick check. He keeps the play alive and send it back down low to JC. JC and Hargadine down low. Omaha plays it out just over the blue line, and Howard will reset. Howard lost an edge. He plays it over to JC, but just out of his reach. JC chasing after it, but Omaha gets there first. Omaha will regroup. They play it off the boards through the neutral zone. Errant pass though, it's chipped ahead. Comes back to Phillips. Phillips with a quick pass right back to Howard. Phillips to Howard, and Howard up the left side. He pushes through the neutral zone. Drop pass for Hargadine. Hargadine gets around the face-off dot down low. He'll go behind the net. Looking for an option. He'll play it back down low to Howard. Howard looking for a wraparound, comes through the crease. Clearing attempt ends up on the stick of Weisner, and Weiser brings it down low. JC and Hargadine on the left side. JC working behind the net. Howard gets taken out in the crease. And Omaha comes away with it. They try to clear it, but again kept in by Weisner. Weisner pulls up short, evades some traffic, cross-ice pass to Hargadine. Hargadine trying to find an opening and play it on the far side, looking for Howard. Shot by JC, from Howard to JC. Good puck movement by Kansas City. Puck comes back to KC zone, and Phillips plays it off the boards for Hargadine. Phillips to Hargadine. Hargadine through some traffic. JC just across the line, though, as Hargadine pulled it back, trying to make a move. That prevented the puck from entering the zone at the same time that JC was across the blue line. Hill trying to chip it ahead to Allender here. Allender and Smith come away with it. Smith across the blue line. Poke checked away, though, and Omaha heads the other direction. Good pass through some traffic, but another poke check by Smith. Smith trying to get around some traffic in the neutral zone, but Omaha keeps it alive, and Smith checks the Omaha player right into the referee. Just bad location, bad timing there. Omaha player back on his feet. Hill comes away with it for Kansas City. Hill down low to the face-off top, trying to get a centering pass. It's poke checked away, though. Bakta comes away with it. Bakta will play it back down low for Allender. Allender trying to get it up the hill in the slot, but poked away by Omaha. Clearing attempt comes up the sideboards. Powell pinches down. Powell trying to get a shot. Corrals his own rebound. Poked away, though, by Omaha. No clear down on the right side. They chip it up to the neutral zone, but Hill is there to break it up. Omaha dumps it in behind the Kansas City net. Smith will cycle back and pick up that loose puck. Long outlet pass looking for Bakta. Caught it on the back of the stick. Couldn't corral it. And Omaha comes away with it. Backhand pass for Omaha. They send it into the Kansas City zone. Poke checks by Smith and Hill disrupt that play. Powell chips it ahead to Bakta. Bakta trying to clear the zone. Kept in at the point momentarily by Omaha. Loose puck picked up by Powell, though. Powell across the blue line. He does clear the zone, but Omaha digs it out. They jerk right back in. Hill circles around, trying to evade some traffic, comes back up to the point, but kept in by Omaha. Omaha with the drop pass to the right D. Try to get a shot, but good pressure by Smith disrupts that. Bakta tips it ahead to Smith. Smith at center ice over to Allender. Allender through the neutral zone, across the blue line. Pulls it back, toe drag, creates some time, but nobody back as Kansas City was on a line change, so nobody to pass it to. Fresh legs on the ice for Kansas City. Logan Weiser intercepts the pass. Logan Weiser plays it ahead to Johnson. Johnson and Myers trying to get through some traffic. Disrupted by Omaha momentarily. Weiser back to McClin. McClin chips it ahead to Johnson. Johnson trying to get through some traffic. He comes away with it down to the slot. Johnson goes wide to the faceoff circle. Buys some time. He'll go back down low. Logan Weiser sets up in the crease. Myers taps it over to Weisner. Weisner circles behind the Omaha net. Plays it back out to Johnson in the slot. Quick shot by Johnson, right on target, saved by the Omaha goalie. Great puck movement by Kansas City. They got a clear shot with Johnson. The Omaha goalie made the save and hung on to it. Johnson will take the draw with Myers and Weisner on his wings. McClin and Barron back on D. Omaha controls the faceoff. They play it back to the defender. Will circle behind their own net. Pressure though by Weiser. He sends it the other direction. Omaha's there. Chips it away. Myers digs it out and sends it right back down low behind the Omaha net. Omaha trying to send it out of the zone, but good pressure by Logan Weiser to keep it alive. McClin sends it back to Weisner.
Open up!
Omaha can't quite clear the zone. Under 7 minutes remaining. They haven't started the clock here. Now they start it. We got an extra 30 seconds, I should say. Bonus time there. I'll square my clock up. Next stoppage in play. Chip it ahead. Trying to get it to a winger who was floating back, but just out of his reach. McClin will run that down. McClin trying to tap it ahead to Johnson. Johnson just trying to poke check it around one more defender, but couldn't quite get it through there. Picked up by Barron. Barron taps it ahead to Brown. Brown across the blue line. Brown, Howard, and Johnson. Poked it away at the last second, though. Johnson trying to regain possession. He does. He digs it out. Johnson buying some time. He plays it back down low to Barron. Barron's got Brown in the slot. He goes around through some traffic. Shot by Barron, and he scores. Went down low in the far corner. Pulled it back up. Got just to the right side of the net. Quick shot. Looks like it beat the goalie on the stick side low. That puts Kansas City up 5-0. The arena clock has 6:10 remaining. JC picks up the puck. He played over to Weisner. Weisner back to Phillips. Phillips looking for an outlet pass up the boards to Howard. He gets it over to Howard. Howard across the blue line into the zone. Shot by Howard. Stick save. Looked like he was trying to get the blocker there. Hit the shaft of the goalie stick. Kicked into the corner. Omaha takes the rebound. They push it up the right side through the neutral zone. Long pass through all the traffic. They wave off icing, but the puck will trickle down in the far corner. Weiser digs it out. Trying to chip it ahead. And Hargadine streaking. Kept in, though, by Omaha. Weiser and JC on the far side with Hargadine. Loose puck dug out by Hargadine. He tried to get through some traffic, but dumped right back in by Omaha. JC picks up the puck. Far corner, plays it back, looking for Weisner, but off the skate, I should say, of an Omaha player. Phillips jumps in the mix. He'll pick up the loose puck. Phillips, great pass, good look up to Howard on the left side. Howard up the left side across the blue line. He gets upended, but Hargadine is there. Poke check though. Omaha comes in the direction. 4-on-2 for Omaha. Phillips and Weisner are back on D. Play disrupted. Good back check by Howard. Weisner picks up the loose puck. He rushes out of the zone. Weisner through center ice, through some traffic. Gets a defender turned around as Hargadine was ahead of the play. Offsides call for Kansas City. Looks like they're just going to wind the clock there, so we'll square that up as well. Bakta picks up the loose puck down to the slot. Shot kicked aside by the Omaha goalie. Like a piece of the blocker on that one. Puck comes back to the point. Hill sends it back down. Clearing attempt by Omaha, just gets over the line. Hill taps it over to Smith. Allender trying to get back on side, just couldn't quite get there in time. Offside's called. The running clock here, 4 minutes remaining. Got to bring the face-off back to center ice where the pass that created the offsides began, so that's where the face-off goes. Omaha controls. They play it over the left side across the blue line. They'll dump it into Kansas City zone. Bakta tied up in the far side. Hill over there as well with Smith. They tap it ahead to Smith. Smith and Allen are breaking out. Smith taps it around, some traffic, will chase after it. Good job to get it around the defender and then beat his man to the puck. Good pressure by Bakta. Hill and Bakta on the near side trying to keep it in the zone, but dug out by Omaha and they clear the zone. Smith rushing back to get back on side, but not quite back yet. Offsides, Kansas City with another stoppage in play. Running clock here, maybe another shift, possibly two. Barron and McKenna on D. Johnson, Weiser, and Myers are your forwards. Johnson wins it forward to Weiser. Weiser trying to get it down low, maybe to Myers. He chips it ahead. Johnson chasing after it. Johnson gets there first, beats his man to the puck, trying to play it back through some traffic. Myers ends up with it, right in the slot. Myers trying to pull the trigger and got tripped up, lost an edge right in the slot. Good puck movement by Kansas City. Trying to clear it out, but Logan Weiser picks up the puck. Shot, shoulder, saved by the Omaha goalie, right off the left shoulder of the Omaha goalie. Quick shot by Logan Weiser in the slot. Omaha rushing through the left side into the Kansas City zone. Pass right into, they slide it through the crease right in front. Gonna call a penalty here, it looks like. Going to keep the clock running, though, with the running clock while they call the penalty. Barron will go off. About 2 minutes remaining. Weiser and Phillips on defense. Johnson and Logan Weiser are your forwards. 5-on-4 for Omaha here with about a minute and a half or so remaining. Omaha digs it out of the corner. He'll circle behind the net. Phillips peels out off the crease, picks up the loose puck. He'll sauce it up, trying to get it out of the zone, right on the blue line, not quite out. Loose puck on the stick of Weisner. Weisner gets back on his feet, buys some time. Be a delayed icing if it makes it there. Johnson chasing after it. They wave it off as Johnson beats his man to the puck. Loose puck right in front. Johnson a shorthanded opportunity, trying to backhand it in there. Goalie had it covered momentarily. They blow it dead. Just over a minute remaining. Clock will run. So probably be the last shift for the folks on the ice at the moment with just about a minute left. They don't have the penalty clock up for Barron, as it'll probably just expire the time. And by the time the penalty's over, the game will be over as well. Omaha trying to clear through the neutral zone, but picked off by Weisner. Landon Weisner across the blue line, down on the far side, trying to cut it back through some traffic. Phillips and Johnson back on D. Logan Weiser back checking as well. Phillips and Weisner taking the man on the far side. They cut right back through the crease, shot on target, turned aside by Stutzer. Phillips digs it out. He plays it back down low, looking for Logan Weiser. It trickles into the far corner where Johnson is there. Johnson taps it ahead, but it comes back to the left point. Good poke check by Johnson. The player fanned on it at the left point. Landon Weiser on the far side. Centering pass attempt goes off the back of the skate. Landon Weiser comes away with it. He'll play it up for Logan Weiser. Logan Weiser, 4 seconds remaining. Just killing some time. He'll sauce it back into the corner, and that'll do it. KC wins it. Excuse me. KC wins it 5-0. Combined shutout for Eager and Stutzer. 5 goals on the morning for Kansas City. They go 2-1 on the weekend. The dominating performance here this morning against Mavs Red. 1-1 yesterday against Mavs Black. 5-0 your final. Next live stream will be in Minneapolis. We get the 16th, 17th, and 18th, so we will see you in Minnesota.